Hello, hello, and welcome to our sales process office hours today. Great to see everybody. Let me just, hi, Karen. Uh, get everybody in. We have a few requests from the AI note takers for recording. Let me get those approved. All right. How's everybody doing today? Good, good. We are at the end of another week almost. Look at that. April is flying by. Okay, so today, Karen said she's a bit confused after yesterday's meeting. Okay. Well, Karen, I can answer some more. With Marcus. Okay. I can answer some questions after our lesson today, if that would help. And then I will get my screen set up here and we'll be ready to go. So today we're talking about the theme always on Thursdays is how can we make more money in a single sale? So how can we 2x our average cart value, right? So what are some options that we have? And of course, we know we've talked about this in the past, but we're going to talk about order bumps and one-time offers. And we're going to walk through building those in a funnel. And we're going to take a look at what components of the actual page, of your funnel page, what components should each of those items have on the page to make them higher converting. And so we're going to take a look at that today. So what's the difference between an order bump and a one-time offer? Especially if you use them together, it's really important to know the difference. So your order bump, I always equate this is something that is a very quick yes. It's considered an impulse buy. It solves a problem that they may have after they purchase your main product. So by solving a problem, what I mean is that once they purchase your main product, maybe there's a piece that they're going to need to enhance that main product. And that order bump makes sense. Like it just makes sense in the buying process. And it's a very low ticket item. So normally an order bump is under $50. So it's usually between like $7 and $47. That's kind of the price range. It's not a huge commitment for the customer. They can easily say yes. There's not a whole bunch of logical thinking behind it, but it does have to make sense to the purchase that they're making. So the main product leads to the order bump, and that purchase needs to make sense to them, okay? So when we're thinking about our offer, we have to think about it in those terms. Does it make sense? Is it a piece that the customer is going to need along the way? And does it enhance their purchase already, right? And then when we take a look at the one-time offer, that comes after they've been presented with the main product, the order bump, and then comes the one-time offer. And the one-time offer is a product that you sell that is normally at a higher price point outside of this particular sales funnel. And this is the only place that they can get this product for that price. That's why it's called a one-time offer. Okay? And a lot of times, we'll use building elements for the page, like a countdown timer, like a statement that says that this is only available here. Like you can go to the website and you can purchase the product, but it'll be for regular price, right? So it is a tactic or a strategy that is used to help increase the overall money that they spend with you in that single purchase. There are components on a one-time offer page that help to identify it as a one-time offer. And we're going to go over those components today when we're talking about our funnel pages, okay? Now, normally when I go over these things, I usually use a template, but I'm really going to break it down to bare bones today. We are going to just use blank pages so that you can clearly see the basic elements of each of these. And then you can enhance them with your design elements after, okay? So, any questions about an order bump versus a one-time offer with the explanations that I've provided?
One question, Tamara.
Yeah.
So a one-time offer doesn't come after a free offer, right?
It can. I've seen it done. You can definitely have that come after. The idea behind a one-time offer is that, mechanically speaking, instead of once again putting in all of their payment information and providing you with a credit card, the one-time offer is just a button that they push to add it to their order. When you set it up after a lead magnet or a free item, it changes a bit because you are asking them, it can still be a one-time offer, but you're asking them then for their complete payment information. So that is how it's a little bit different in that way.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to start with the very basic bare bones of our funnel pages so that we get a really clear idea of what this looks like and what the pages look like. And we will talk through the mechanics and then the marketing strategy behind having the full offer pulled together in this way. So I'm going to share my screen. And we will get started. I'm going to go over to our funnel or our sites area here. And we're going to, like I said, we're building from scratch. So we're going to create a new funnel and it's going to be from blank. And I'm just going to give this a name. Now, this is called, this type of funnel that has 3 different products in it. It's called a self-liquidating offer, or you may hear it referred to as a slow funnel, SLO funnel. Not like a slow as in fast versus slow, but actually SLO funnel. And that stands for self-liquidating offer. Now, what does that mean? So self-liquidating offer it's been used for a long time in the marketing world. And what it is it gives you the ability to run paid ads to the funnel. And you are basically, the front end offer is a low ticket item. But what happens is, even if the person only buys the low ticket item, you are basically acquiring that customer for free because they are spending money with you and it covers your ad cost. That's why it's called the self-liquidating offer. The whole intent is to focus your energy and your marketing strategy on making sure that the conversions of your order bump and your one-time offer increase that cost or increase that conversion so that you're making a profit from your paid ads. Now, you will see this a lot in the marketing world, especially in the online world, a lot of times. Have you ever seen like a book funnel? They call them book funnels, where somebody they're giving you their book away. They're giving their book away to you for free. All you have to do is cover the shipping costs. Have you ever purchased a book that way, where you go ahead and you grab this book and it says, here's my free book. All you have to do is cover the cost of the shipping. And that is considered a slow funnel. And as you go through that funnel, so you've purchased their book, they'll present you with an order bump, which may be a companion workbook for the book for $27. And then they'll present you with a one-time offer. That is called a self-liquidating offer, and it is an amazing way to acquire new customers, and it doesn't necessarily cost you anything because the ads that you purchase and buy are covered by the cost of your high converting funnel. Do self-liquidating offers always work? No. I can tell you back in like 2018, 2019, 2020, these were very popular and they did really, really well. And people could basically acquire new customers for free because what they were doing was making money off of these funnels, even though they were spending ad dollars. They would put ad dollars behind it. The cost of ads has gone up significantly. Can you still get customers for free doing this? You can. It's just a lot harder now. So this is called, and the reason I wanted to say this as I'm naming this, because I'm calling this a complete SLO funnel. And that stands for self-liquidating offer. Okay? Okay, so we're going to create this from blank. And this funnel is going to have 4 steps. The first step is a sales page. And I'm going to go call it this. The second step is going to be our order form. Some people call this the checkout page. You can call it whatever you want. The third step is going to be our one-time offer, OTO. And then our fourth page is our thank you page or our payment confirmation page, whichever you like to call it. Order confirmation or thank you page. Okay, so now we have our 4 pages that we will build out. Like I said, we're going to just bare bones this. We're going to make this so easy, okay? We're going to just present you with exactly what you need on these pages to really just outline this. So on our sales page, when we build that, basically what you're going to have on your page is you're going to have sort of 3 sections on your page. And a sales page is where all of your selling happens, right? This is where all of your copy happens. This is where you talk about the struggle that your client has. This is where you talk about the, hold on one sec here. We seem to be having a glitch here. We're paused. This is where you talk about their struggle. This is where you talk about being able to identify with them, that you understand what they're going through. This is where you present the solution to their problem, right? So up here, we always have sort of that section that's kind of like the header. And then we have the body of our sales page. And then we always have a footer on our sales page, okay? And in here, we are going to have probably we'll have one column and then we'll have 2 columns. Okay, so here we would have a headline. Here we're probably going to have like an image. Here we would have some subheadline with some text. And then we have a button. And here you would say, learn more or purchase, buy now. Again, we're just bare bones in this, right? And then your footer has all of your, close this. Your footer has in here your information, your terms of service. It's going to be like your copyright. So and then you would have and then you'd have your terms of service and your privacy policy, right? There. And this would be an image of possibly a mock-up of your offer, whatever. This here is going to be your low ticket item. It's going to be, anywhere from $7 to $97, right? It's not a huge ask. It's a very enticing offer. And you want them to buy now. Now this button is going to go to the next step. And our next step in our funnel is our order form, right? So we're going to save that. And now we're going to go from our sales page to our order form. And our order form, again, has the same sort of build out. It has those 3 sections. This is your header, this is your footer, and then here you're going to have your headline, you're going to have your order form. So here you're going to have an image, again, a mock-up of your offer, and then over here you're going to have your 2-step order form. Okay, and this here is going to be the headline. And so here's your order form. This is where you would also include on your order form here, you're going to put regular price. And then you would put in your price here. And then you could put today's price, right? Which would be a better price maybe. Okay. And this is your order form page. On this order form page, this is where we sell our main product, the one that we're selling on the sales page. And this is also where we connect our order bump. Okay, so now that we have this page connected, we still have, the button action on our order form is to go to the next step. That's good. We want that. We haven't attached our products yet to the pages, and we're going to do that after we kind of sort of build out this outline first. But we will come back and we'll adjust these as we need to. Our next step, and this is the one that we haven't really gone over a lot, is the one-time offer. Okay. And the way that the one-time offer looks is a little bit different than other pages. So you have your header. You're again going to have your 3 sections, right? You're going to have those sections here. Up here, though, you're going to put in one column and you're going to put in a big headline that says, wait, your order is not complete. And then under that, you're going to have a progress bar. A progress bar is a visual element that tells the customer that it's a visual identifier that their order is not complete. This progress bar looks like this. And when you click on progress bar, you get all of these options, right? So we're going to choose this one. And you can style this any way you want. There's lots of styling elements. You can change what this says. Like it says progressing here. But what this is a visual indicator that they're not done yet, that they need to read more. Okay. And so you will find this on one-time offer pages all the time. The next part of the one-time offer page is you have your headline. So you're going to present them with the offer. You might even have like a small subheadline. And then you have a sales video. This is where you are going to tell them about this one-time offer, that this is the only place they can get it for this price, that it is only available here. Maybe you want to include a countdown timer. So we might want to include a countdown timer here and say that this is only available for a certain amount of time. But your one-time offer, these are the essential components to it. And then we have two more that are essential. Underneath your sales video, you're going to put in a button. You're going to put in two buttons. You're going to put in one button, and then you're going to put in another button. And this button is going to say, heck yeah, add that to my order, or whatever you want. But this button is how they just simply click and add it to their order. They don't have to fill out their payment information again. They don't have to provide their credit card information. This is going to be how they add it to their order. Why do you have a second button? You have to have a second button because there need to be a way for them to say, no, I don't want this. And that has to move them forward to the confirmation page. Now, some design tactics that are used in this area of the sale or your one-time offer page are, you never make this look like a button. You may, okay, so let's give this a background color here, just something light. You may make this actually transparent. So it doesn't look like a button. It just looks like a sentence. And then what you can do is, let's go here. We'll give this a little bit more color. Make that black. And a lot of times you'll see sort of ridiculous sayings like, no, I don't want this amazing deal, or no, I want to miss out on this amazing deal, or something like that. But it has to be a way for them to be able to move forward without purchasing. So this one is like, heck yes, add this to my order. And this one is a button, but you sort of make it look like just a sentence. And you change it to, no, I'll pass, or something like that. I'll pass on this amazing deal. Something like that. These like I said, again, this is bare bones. This doesn't have a whole lot of design in it. But these are the essential elements that you need to have on a one-time offer page. If you're presenting a one-time offer, you need to have a sales video. In that sales video, you are explaining to them the offer, what pain point of theirs that this solves, and why they can only get it for this price right here, right now. They'll never see it on your website for this price. They'll never see it in your shop for this price. This is the only place they can get it for this price. And maybe it's only for a limited time. Any questions about the one-time offer page?
So you now need to connect it to the order bump, right? On the same page.
We're going
Oh,
to
you
go
get that.
now.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we'll
Okay.
definitely do that. But I just wanted to talk about the sort of design elements that we need to have on the page that are going to help with the conversion.
It's very clear.
Great. Awesome. Okay. And then, of course, we have our last page, which is our order confirmation page, which is going to just be, again, the same 3 sections we have. We have our header, we have our body, and then we have our footer. And basically here, you're going to have your headline, and then you would have, maybe you'll have an image. Some people like to use GIFs here, like, or GIFs, whichever you call them, of like a celebrating person dancing or something like that. And you can say congratulations. And here you may want to add in next step instructions. So maybe you want to encourage them to go check their inbox. Maybe you want to remind them to check their spam and promotion folders because things end up in there, right? But give them some next step instructions on this page. Let it be very clear that their purchase is complete. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze, guys. Oh, I lied. It's gone. Sorry about that. Okay. So again, this is just your thank you page here. And you're just making it very clear that the purchase is over. Okay. And that they've made it complete. Any questions about the bare bones of what we've sort of thrown together here in a really quick amount of time? All right. Awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go and attach the products to the pages. Now, I'm not going to show you how to set up the products because we've done that before in the past, but I will point it out to you. Here's your payments. And up here is where your products live. And this is where you can create your products, okay? When you're creating your products, you don't have to identify them as an order bump or a one-time offer. Just give it the name of the product, okay? That you don't have to identify it when you create your products here. When you attach it to your funnel, that's when we have to identify, is it the main product? Is it the order bump? Is it a one-time offer? Okay? So we're going to go back to our funnel and we're going to attach the products now. I already have my products, or they're pre-existing. They have already been made. So I'm going to go back to my funnel that I'm working on. I don't need to attach a product to a sales page because this is not where the purchase is made. I only need to attach a product to my order form page because that's where the actual payment takes place. That's where they're going to give us their credit card information. So inside of this section here, we're going to click on order form. We're going to go over here to products. And here we are going to attach our main product. So we can just choose our, maybe it's a course. I'm going to choose my demo price here. And this is my main product. That's all I have to do to set it up. I just click into this drop down, choose my product, click into this drop down, choose the price, and then I save it. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so it's just this price, and it looks like this. On the order form page, I also have to add my order bump. So here, I'm going to add product, and I'm going to choose my bump product. Now I have named mine order bump, but you don't name that. Don't name it that, because the customer is actually going to see this name. So you don't want to call it order bump. Okay. You want it to be the name of the product. But for demo purchases, I'm putting this in. Then you're going to choose the price of the product. Down here, we want to also click on additional options. And here we have to tell the system that this is the bump product. So we're going to click on bump product here. And then we're going to click save. And you must do this before we do the next step, right? So before we go and style our order bump, you have to have it connected to your page. Now we need to attach our one-time offer to our one-time offer page. So we have our main product and our order bump connected to the order form. Now we need to click on the one-time offer page, and we have to add a product here. So we're going to add our product just like we did before. And we're just going to say, do I have one that's a one-time offer? Oh, here we go. I'll just choose that. And there's nothing else that you need to do. Okay, you don't have to click into additional options. We are going to set it up on the actual page. So here I've added my one-time offer product, just like you add a main product. But you have to make sure that it's set up on your one-time offer page. Then you're going to click save. Okay, and it's just going to look like a regular normal product. Now we have to go back into the builder and we have to style our order bump. Okay, so we're going to go into the order form. We're going to go into the builder and we have to click on the actual order form here. And this is where we're going to go in and connect the order bump, and we're going to style it. We're going to give it a headline. We're going to give it a description. We're going to tell it, the system, like, give it some copy for describing the price and what it does. We can even add an image. So when you're clicked on the order form, you're going to go up in here to the advanced section, and you're going to scroll down until you find the order bump section of the styling. So here we want to turn on enable order bump, and we're going to add the bump product. You will have nothing in your drop down if you don't connect it to the page first, which is the step that we just did. Okay. Here you're going to put your headline. Grab this product name. Here you're going to put in here how much it is for just, I think this one was $17. You can have this. Then you're going to put in your order bump. Now here the system is saying OTO text. That drives me crazy because this is for the order bump. This is not for your one-time offer. So they're using the wrong term here in the builder. So just ignore that. Just just say, no, that's for my order bump. Okay. So order bump description of what this is. Okay. And then, and why they should buy it. Right. And then it always helps with conversions, especially if this is a digital product. If you have a, an image, a mock-up of what the order bump looks like. Maybe it's a mock-up of the front page of the cover of a workbook or something like that. But you can attach an image here, and we'll grab this as our image. So I've put in an image here, and we can click on, I never recommend turning this on, okay? So this says enable by default. So what that means is when they're presented with an order bump, there's a little checkbox, and all they have to do is check the box to say, yes, I want this. If you turn on enable by default, that check is already checked for them. But here's what's going to happen. A lot of people don't pay attention. You're going to end up processing refunds if you turn this on, because they're not going to realize that they bought it. So leave it off, let them decide, right? I always put the power back into the buyer's hand in these cases. I see other marketers recommend different things, but I just like people to be able to make decisions on their own, okay? So we're going to save that. So now we have our order bump set up. You can have more than one order bump on an order form. You just have to designate them properly, the way that we did in the settings, and then you can add more order bumps here. Okay. You don't want to get too crazy. I mean, I once went through a funnel that had 7 upsells and downsells. And by the end, I was just frustrated. I was just like, get me to the end of this thing, right? So don't frustrate your buyers with too many things, but you can definitely have more than one order bump. Okay. So now our main product is set up, our order bump is set up. Now we're going to go set up our one-time offer product on our page. So here, we're going to go to our one-time offer page. And the way that you set up a one-time offer is actually through the button. It's not through the video, it's not through anything else, it's through the button. So here we click on the button, and we go to the button actions and we tell it, what is this going to do? This is going to be a one-click up or down sell product. They call these upsells or downsells, but this is how you're going to get them to be able to add this to their order. So you choose that, then you have to tell the system which product it is. So it's my OTO. And then you tell, if they click on that button, it's added to their order and it takes them to the next step. Okay. So that's how you connect it through on the OTO page, it's through the button. Now this button, if they choose not to add it to the order, is just going to go to the next step, right? It's just going to take them to the confirmation page, just to confirm that they've purchased either just the main product or the main product and the order bump.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Karen.
So what you said, like with the button that includes the order bump,
Yes.
and when you go to the right, you say it's your OTO or product, right? You don't say
Yeah.
it's your order bump product. So, but automatically it includes your order bump then?
It doesn't, only if we're going to go through testing this so that you can see how the order bump is added to the product. There's a little checkbox on the order form for the order bump. And if they don't check that, it's not added to their order.
Right.
This with the OTO, with the one-time offer, if they click on this button, it's added to their order.
Yeah. So then the OTO is added to their order?
Yes.
Ah, I see. Yeah, and then the other one, the OTO, is not added, so it's not the order bump. Yeah, I see. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So now we have all of our buttons connected. We have all of our products connected. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go and test this now. Okay. So I'm going to back out of here. And I'm going to go into the settings of my funnel and I'm going to put it into test mode. Okay. So this allows me to be able to use a test credit card to test my payments. So I don't actually have to buy my own product. Okay. So here I'm going to go to, I don't even know if I set up the button on the sales page. Let's go check it out and see. Does this take me to the next step? Oh, it does. Okay. So we're going to walk through the whole funnel then. So I'm going to go and I'm going to preview this. And I'm going to click on my Buy Now button. That's going to take me to my order form page. I'm going to fill out my information. Okay. And here it's showing me my regular price. And then it's showing me the order bump. And you see how it has this blinking arrow here? It's encouraging me to click this to buy. Okay. So now normally my demo course would have a price here. It would show $9.97 a month. This has a 7-day trial. That's just the product that I chose. That's not, but normally it would show the $9.97 here. Okay. But because it was a trial product, that's why it's showing up the way it is. But here is my main product. This is what the order bump looks like. So it's saying, grab this product name, right? And if I click on the checkbox, then it gets added to my order. So now I have my course and I have my order bump. If I uncheck it, then it gets removed. So that's how they purchase the order bump. So I'm going to purchase the order bump. I'm going to put in my test credit card and complete my order. And this is going to take me to, oh, I have 2 different currencies. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hold on a second. We got to go back to our order, our products here because I have 2 different currencies. No, I don't. They're the same currencies. US dollar, US dollar. What's this one? Is it US dollar? You cannot combine currencies on a single customer. Okay. Let me choose a different product here. Let's see if we can. We'll delete that. I think it's because it's a subscription. Let's see if I can spell this right. I'll choose a different product. Sorry, guys. There. Okay. And I'm going to go back. Refresh. Okay. Put in my information. Step 2. Okay, so there's my price, $9.97. And then I'm going to put that also. So now it's showing the 2 products. I'll put in my test credit card. It's, you can just ignore that. And now it takes me to my OTO page, right? So here I would be notified that my order is not complete. And then I can watch the video and I'm going to choose to add this to my order. So I'm just going to click on this button. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, let me check. One-time offer, products. Set up right. Let's see. One time. So you can run into problems. These are all one-time payments. If you combine payments that are recurring, you can run into some problems. But these are all one-time. I don't know why that's not working. Let me try that again. Okay, so now I've been taken to the thank you page. Okay, now what I want to show you is how these transactions show up for the customer on their credit card statement. Because if we take a look in the payments section and we go into transactions, you're going to see that here it combines the main product and the order bump as one transaction, and the one-time offer as a transaction all on its own. And that is how it will appear on your customer's credit card as well. So this is going to be the main product plus the order bump, and then this is the one-time offer. So just so you know that that's how it appears on their credit card, and that's how it appears in your system. Any questions about the mechanics of what we just did? I apologize for the confusion with the products there. Yes, Chandra.
Hi, Tamara.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this. This is how it helps me so much with my setting up the product. I just want to make sure this works with exactly the same when you use PayPal as a payment processor.
PayPal is where you can get some wrenches thrown in. So PayPal will not allow your customer to use PayPal to purchase if one of the products is a recurring monthly payment.
Okay, that's fine for now. Say you have a separate funnel for a recurring offer, then you can use PayPal for that recurring.
That's correct.
Only.
Yes.
Okay, great. The one-time offer, that's usually where you'll put a VIP section to that, right?
What do you mean by VIP?
Like to have to upgrade to a VIP offer. Say it's a event that you're hosting and you want to have a VIP sale.
Yes.
That's where you'll put the VIP in.
That's correct. So
Okay.
remember, I talked about sort of price points for order bumps, like between $7 and $47 is an order bump. It's a quick yes, right? One-time offers, they're usually under $1,000. So they're usually like $397 or $597 or $797. Like it's usually under $1,000. That's the price point usually for OTOs.
Okay, great. And what was the last question that I had? I can't remember. Yeah, thank you for that. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Sorry, that was the question. So if they click on the one-time offer button, it's just going to take it directly off their credit card. They don't have to add anything.
That's right.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So if they
Because
press that button accidentally, win for us.
yeah. Yeah, win for you, possible refund in your future. That's all. But the reason it works is because it has the order form directly in front of it, right? So you've given you the payment information inside the order form. That's why this works. It will not work all by itself. Like you can't just create the one-time offer as like it has to have the payment information in front of it first.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can't
great.
just build this page all by itself and have the button set up as a one-time offer and it works. It has to be directly after a order form page.
Yeah. Okay. And if they click that button, they'll just go to the order confirmation page. That
Yes.
order confirmation page, it will only be that one page, and the email they'll get is just two different types of emails. One will get a VIP email, and the other would just get a normal email.
That is correct. Yes. So
okay, that's great.
We built out the front part of this. We didn't build out any of the automations or the workflows.
Yeah.
So just know that that's a different piece of this. So
Yeah.
yes.
No, I understand. But I just wondered, do we have two different order confirmation pages, a VIP and a standard one, or is that separated in the back end with emails?
You can do it either way. If you want to celebrate that they purchased the VIP, you can definitely have, because you can set the button up to go to whichever page you want, right? So you can have two confirmation pages and then just direct the button to go to which page you want it to go to based on their action. Thank you very much. Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I just share a thought?
Yeah, Gloria, of course.
On the layout of the one-time offer form, I personally like to see, like when you're looking for that no, I don't want this. I like it to be like a hyperlink so that it's underlined, so it's easy to see this is a link. It's not just words, because some people hover over it, so then you kind of, you know what I mean? Then it gets a little frustrating for the person, and you could get those like accidental pushing the other button, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so you can do that. If I move away from this, you'll see I can put a bottom border under there. You can make it look like that, or you can make it like if you don't want a border, you can also no border. You can also have it like do something, right? So if it's if you want to have it animated, you can have it so that when they hover over it, it does something to make it so that it appears as a button. Or yeah, you can definitely create this as a hyperlink and just use it as text.
Yeah.
Create it as text and do a hyperlink. Yeah, for sure.
I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
And
just while I have you, one other quick thing. I can't find your emails that you sent the last 2 weeks based on stuff you were going to send us.
Yeah. Karen was telling me she was having the same problem, and I apologize. I don't know where they're going because I'm sending them. So, can you send me an email, Glory, at Tamara? So tamara@salesprocess.com, and I'll reply to your email because that's what Karen and I had to do. And that's when she finally got the CSS code that I sent her.
Okay. TAMARA.
Yep. At salesprocess.com.
Okay, I'll
I
do that.
spam you now. Thank you.
I have one more question.
Yeah, of course.
So the one-time offer can basically also be just a product, right? That doesn't make a
Yes,
difference.
it doesn't. You can sell anything as a one-time offer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I see your offer coming together. I see your wheels turning, Karen. I see your,
Yeah, you see,
yeah.
right?
I see those creative juices flowing there.
I thought
Okay.
it was more like wrinkles, but
No, 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 no. All right. So that is, like I said, this was super bare bones, but I wanted to just be able to focus on the essential elements of what makes a one-time offer page, what makes a self-liquidating offer funnel, the key elements that you need to have. So again, just a reminder, this is the front end, the mechanics of the front end of the funnel. There's still the back end with the automations that you have to build out to make it all work together and send out emails and grant access to courses if that's part of your offer or whatever. So just remember that as well. Any other questions before we go, guys?
yeah, a quick question. So,
Yeah.
when do you end your funnel? So, because you always want them to like keep on doing stuff, right? So now you have sent them the information, you have the bump and the one-time offer, and then it ends, right?
Yes. And so you can
So
choose to stay into contact with them through email. Like you can build out nurture sequences for after they purchase. You can check in with them on how they're doing with their products. And, you can build all of that out through automation. You can, once
I
they
know
go into
that's the
your,
problem. I keep on going like forever because I don't
okay,
want to lose them. But basically, you just end there and then you just keep it for the moment, right? In order to get
yes,
started.
yes, just to get started. This is a good place to start for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Chez Andre.
Hi, Tamara. Sorry, I just have a question on a survey.
Yes.
I don't know if I can ask it here, but on surveys, we have a survey that we fill in the office on a daily basis. But when we there's like 3-4 fields that we can fill in. Is there a way of making that field just a bit bigger so you can actually see all of the text that is in that field?
On a survey. So are
Yeah.
you saying that like when we'll just take a look at a survey here. So like this box here, are you saying you want to make it bigger? Something like
So
this?
yeah, something like that. Like it has a question and then it has like field 1, field 2, field 3. But when we type in our answer, it like just shows that small area, and that's like you can't actually read the whole answer.
Oh. Do you guys have any sort of CSS that might be interfering with that? Because there's
We
the
haven't added any CSS to
okay.
that.
I just asked that because sometimes that causes it because you have the ability to like drag this and make it bigger, but they're also if it is a multi-line custom field, it's
Yeah.
dynamic. So it's supposed to grow with the text. Are you sure it's not, is it a multi-line field or is it just a single line field? And
Can I share my screen and I can show
yeah,
you
for
what it
sure.
is?
Yeah, let's have a look.
That's quick. Thanks. Sorry for if someone else has a question on what we've
Yeah, we're
done today.
good.
They're more than welcome to continue there. I'm just quickly opening up. Why is everything taking so long now? There we go. It's on his site, surveys, older. Let's quickly open it. Only host can share in this meeting.
Oh, sorry, Andre. I always forget that here. There we go. All participants. There you go.
Screen. So I'm working on an iPad and I'm just like, what is website? I just want to share my screen. How do I actually share my screen? Share.
If you go to the bottom, yeah, just
start broadcast. Okay, can you see my browser?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So, oops. When I go down, this field's over here. So I have a question with a field over there. How I got that there, I'm not quite sure how I got that there.
Can you just click on the field? Yeah. Can you click on the one, like the option 1? I'm just trying to see what that is.
There we go. It's a text
Okay.
box list.
Text box list. Okay, so that might be the problem. You may have to change it. So if you go to custom fields at the top here, you may have to change that. So, sorry. Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Click on add. Just click on add. And you may have to choose, instead of a text box list, a multi-line.
Oh, okay.
So that it can hold more text.
Okay.
That's what I think is restricting that.
Okay, thank you. So then for every answer, or for every option 1, 2, 3, 4, all to 10, you'll just add that custom value in the email that we send out.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and if there's no, say you only have up to option 3, will it just leave out the answer in the email?
Yeah, it'll just be blank beside that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tamara.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Tamara, just
Yes.
a question about the survey. I once asked it before. I have a quite complicated survey in order to see how they are. Let me say how far they are in their development process. So imagine. I don't remember my question anymore. There are 20,000 questions in my mind. So I want to connect it to an email, right? Oh, no, I know my question. So where can I find how to do it? But what should I type?
For surveys?
I mean, like, to set up
A
a
survey.
specific, but especially like they also need to do some math.
Oh,
And
okay. So
to add up the points.
I don't know if there is a specific tutorial for that, but your math operation lives in workflows. It doesn't live in surveys. Okay. So if there is the quiz feature also has,
Okay, Sinky.
you can also add points to it. Right?
Right. Yeah.
So that may be easier than setting up a survey, doing a
Yeah.
quiz and assigning them points that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I remember. Yeah. Okay, I will try. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Great.
right.
Thanks. Yeah.
You mentioned that you
Thank
had
you.
a question about Marcus from
Not about
yesterday.
Marcus himself.
Oh, but from his class, maybe.
Yeah, but that's it's too big.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
question is too huge. Maybe one
Okay.
time when we have a bit more time, then
Okay.
I
Sure.
can ask. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
have
really
booked,
good.
by the way, another session with you for the
Oh, good.
connection of emails.
Oh, good.
So it's just a matter of that you need to like put it in between, not the brackets, but when you start a quote.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that'll fix it, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right. Great.
So
I
I
look
will see
forward
you
to
next week.
seeing you. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
but this was extremely useful. It was
Oh,
exactly I
good.
was struggling with. So thank you so
Good.
much.
Awesome. All right. You guys have an amazing rest of your week. I have been switched from Tuesdays. Now I don't do the Tuesday call anymore. Last week or this week was my last Tuesday call. I still don't know what my new day is next week, so I'm not sure where. I will definitely be here Thursday next week, but I'm not sure what other day I'll be here. So as soon as I know, you'll see me pop up on that day. Okay, so I'm just waiting to hear from the teams. So they're making some changes to office hours. So we'll be juggling now. You'll have a new face on Tuesdays, but
Please
I will
ask
be
them
here
to
on
be on
Thursdays.
here on Friday with frequently asked questions because we have a lot of questions
Yeah,
for you.
exactly. That would be great. Chandra, I love your dog.
Yeah,
Thank you
your
very much.
puppy is very cute.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
10 weeks
guys.
old.
Oh, what kind of puppy is he?
German Shepherd, long coat.
Oh, lovely. I love dogs. Oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah,
enjoy the puppy stage. Hide your
thank you.
shoes.
Yeah, hide
Yeah,
everything at the moment.
hide everything. Yeah. All right, you
Yeah.
guys take care.
Thanks,
We'll see you
guys.
next week.
Yeah, have a great
There's no
Easter
homework
period.
today.
Oh, sorry, there is homework. Goodness, I've totally forgot, you guys. There is homework. Okay, before I go, the homework is I just want to see your sites set up. I'll share my screen quickly. Thank you for the reminder, Jeandre. Goodness. So, I just want to see that you have your, let's go back to funnels. That you have just the bare bones of it, right? So you have all your pages set up, and then show me on your order form that you have your products identified properly here, and that you have a product attached to your one-time offer page. So 2 screenshots, this screenshot and this screenshot. Okay, that's homework.
Does it matter whether you do like the same setup or slightly different? That you also
You can do
have
it slightly
sort of
different. It's just, I just want to see that you have to like have that label order bump there that's orange and your main product, and then to also have a product attached to your one-time offer page. Okay, so that's the homework for that. Thank you for the reminder, Jeandre. I've totally forgot about that.
Pleasure.
All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.